I don't know exactly what got me started. I think I just started picking up the right books.
Yeah.
And I think I read a lot, and I definitely did not grow up on a farm. But then I picked up Eliot Coleman's New Organic Grower, and I just thought, wow, that sounds really fun. And then I started apprenticing on farms. And then after working on other people's farms, it seemed like, wow, this is really interesting. I'd like to do this myself. So after I worked on my first farm, I pretty much knew at that point I wanted to be my own farmer. And I've been working towards that ever since. Here I am, I guess. 7 years maybe.
I think this might be our 7th season now with apprentices.
Yeah.
We tell time on the farm now by counting back the number of apprentices. It's like, oh, that happened the year Emily was here, or that happened the year that me and Margaret was here.
Yeah, it's true, because sort of the farm just every year is kind of the same. Same yet different, but every year we, plant the seeds and weed them and harvest them. But the thing that is like strikingly different is we have different people on the farm, which makes it interesting for us, because it can be kind of isolating, working just with your family. Not that the family isn't nice too, but working at home with your family every day, to have somebody new coming in and somebody different to talk to and get to know, and different working styles, it just makes for a more social experience. We don't really have big mess ups or anything. Everybody's different and has their own strengths and weaknesses, and we've tried over the years to hone in on people's strengths and set them going in that direction. We had somebody one year who wasn't, really the best at field work, but she was a great photographer and she was a great cook. So we had her cook us a lot of lunches, and she took a lot of really great photos. Which we still use all the time in our promotional material. So, we try not to focus on what people...
Right.
We try to work with people's strengths and desires, and make it work for us, rather than putting people in a position to fail. We try to put people in a position to succeed.
Right. And sometimes the best experience might come after they leave us, because they start out on their own. And, to see, some of our people successfully farming years later is really rewarding.
Yeah, that's the best part, to think that we're actually training farmers, not just saying we're training farmers.
Yep.
We wanted to just have a farm where we, could take care of everything ourselves and just work together. But then we had our first apprentices, a couple, and they approached us and said they really wanted to work on our farm. So we had them build us an apprentice cabin, and we've been doing it ever since. So.
Right, it's nice to have people who are really motivated and seek you out.
Yeah, it's sort of like the right people. We really try not to bring people on who aren't going to fit on the farm. But when somebody comes along who's really good for us, then we'll make a spot for them.
That's true. Anybody who comes to us, if they really want to work, if they're high school students or CSA members or whatever, they want to put in some time, and we're always really happy to have them.
Yeah, definitely part of the farm is being part of the community, and the more people we have engaged in the farm, I think the better off we are. I think the apprenticeship program is a really good model for learning farming. I feel like the university system, certainly the land-grant university system, has sort of failed us in teaching people how to farm. And the only real way to do it is to learn by doing it. And it's a cheap way to learn for somebody who wants to learn to farm. It's how I learned. You could spend all your money at a university, but you would never learn how to weed spinach. And it's good for the apprenticeship program's also good for us, for farmers, because we get people who are really interested in farming and they want to help us succeed, and we want to teach them, so it's a mutual relationship. We get somebody who's living on the farm and is available for whatever the farm needs. Because sometimes 9-to-5 type employees don't really fit the farm work schedule. So it's nice to have somebody who's here for the whole season, where they get to see everything from seeding to planting to weeding to harvesting and taking care of the animals. And because I think if you see the whole cycle, you understand it a lot better. Yeah, I guess I would recommend it for other farmers. If I mean, everybody has different needs, and I guess even different apprentices have different needs. So some people don't like having to house